I have a couple questions for everybody. Do you feel better when someone builds you up or tears you down? I mean, obviously, if we're being honest, all of us want to be built up. We want to be encouraged. We want to be told good things. So, if we want to be told good things, and individuals make up a household, like your children want to hear good things. We as co-workers make up a unit at work. We as people make up a community, whether that be a faith, our churches, our businesses, our neighborhoods. We all make up of a community of people. And if we're constantly tearing one another down, do you think that will ever help us grow? I mean, if we're being honest, growth can't come from tearing things down. I often use an analogy at work, like if I'm putting bricks up on a wall and somebody's coming through and knocking them out behind me, that's what tearing down is. And we never build anything that way. Now, if I'm putting up bricks and you're putting up bricks behind me and then another person's putting up bricks behind me, and yeah, once in a while we might knock a brick out on accident, and we need to work on that. Build up, don't tear down. I have another question now, and it's kind of why I have this thing behind me. Do you think it's valuable to us as a nation, as a country, as a citizen of our country, to talk about and reinforce all the things that we've done wrong as a nation? Again, if it's not good to talk about all the things that you do wrong, or I do wrong, or we do wrong, and constantly just reinforce the wrong, negative, because we reap what we sow, as we think so we are. Dwell on our success, not our errors. Now, have we had errors as a nation? Yes. But I'm looking at a flag that now people are saying is a flag of oppression. And I'm kind of baffled. That flag stands for liberty, justice, and freedom for all people. All sexes, all colors. And I'm not going to say races, because we are the human race. And I honestly don't even want to get into skin color, because it's so shallow and skin deep, it's pathetic to me. I often don't even use the word racist anymore, because people aren't being racist if they're judging off a skin color. They're being a pigmentationist. It's just a pigment. It's a melatonin in your skin. And I'm a lot darker in the summer and a lot lighter in the winter. And you'll hear myself call myself a mutt, because I come from so many different backgrounds and different things of Middle Eastern and just all over the place. But that's not the point. Where you're from and where you're at is where you need to build at. It doesn't matter where we're from. And it's great to know your heritage. It's great to know some of the things, but I don't blame all the people that have done bad things to my Middle Eastern family, because that's the past. I dwell on right now. And in America, with all of us, we are one nation that should still be under God. It's how I was taught it. And I say that because we have a lot of freedoms, and I think sometimes we take them for granted. A lot of times. We become very spoiled. I've read multiple articles where people don't have running water in villages. I've read multiple articles that talk about if you have one car per family, you're more blessed than 90% of the world. We take a lot of things for granted. And I often say this, we should take middle school, high school students, anybody that's never left this country and seen what it's like in other areas. And I'm not talking about just to the vacation areas. I'm talking about really go to the country and see how they live. See what they live underneath. And in a lot of these communists, and there are other free nations, but not like America. There's not a bunch of people coming to the land of oppression. There's a bunch of people that are fleeing here to come to the land of opportunity. And we have a lot of opportunities. And as we think is so we are. And if you want to think you're oppressed, if you want to think all these things, that's fine. That's your choice as a human being. But it's not really the truth. And the truth will set you free. If we think about all the things and we count our blessings on the things that we have, like running water, a roof over our head, clothes on our back, food on our tables, food in our tummies. We're able to do a lot of things if we'll get off the poor me and the blame game and be more accountable and just do what we have to do to thrive and survive. And find people that want to do that with you. Don't sit around with the people that want to blame and point the finger. And that goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden, before there even were nations. Adam wanted to blame Eve. Eve wanted to blame the serpent. It's always shift the blame to burden. Shift the burden of blame and don't take accountability. And when we don't take accountability, we don't fix the stuff we need to do. I've watched it in churches that people will blame Satan. It's sin. And yes, sin is linked to him. But the real problem is it's not Satan. Satan's in one place at one time. He's not messing with you. I've told people that 1,000 times. Knock on wood. I hope he does it. But if you're a child of God, there's things that we all sin and fall short of. And as an individual, and if we all would look at the individual, we'd look at ourselves in the mirror and say, every day I need to wake up, there's things I need to be accountable about, there's things I need to be thankful for. One of our greatest things that we forgot to be thankful for is our soldiers. I often will say, thank a soldier for your earthly freedom. And they come in all colors and sexes, so that doesn't matter. But thank them all. That we have the opportunities and things that we have because people have fought, bled, and died and sacrificed a lot of their time and families to do that for us. And then thank Christ for your eternal freedom. And I think if we don't forget this, what Christ has done, what soldiers have done, what men and women are trying to serve and do, and we keep trying to tear down this nation, you're going to see a lot of destructive things. And I know there's people out there telling you we just need to tear down the whole system. The whole system's racist. And it's usually the people that are screaming about racism seem to be pretty racist. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but it's like, they're racist, so we can do whatever we want. No, that's not how anything works. Imagine if your kid would stand up on the couch and be like, you guys are wrong, so I can do whatever I want, tear the house to the ground. Yeah, right. It wouldn't go as a parent. It can't go as a nation. So start being more thankful, start being more grateful, defunding things, even if they have certain problems. Churches have problems. Police forces have problems. Firefighters have problems. Roofing companies have problems. Plumbing companies have problems. Big corporations have problems because they have imperfect people in them. And we're all imperfect. But we all can be better, and we can aspire to be better. And we can start looking at the character of one another and loving God and loving people, which are the two greatest commands, and do that together. And if we learn to do that together, we can once again be one nation under God. But I'm telling you, if we turn our back on all the things that we've built and all the things that we've been blessed with, built and blessed, we will reap destruction. And we reap what we sow. So you start destroying everything, you'll reap destruction. You start building things up again, we'll reap building up again. And it'll be on us. So love God, love people, love you all. Build up, don't tear down. And that little bit of yeast works through the whole batch of dough, so be very careful what you focus on. Be very careful what goes into your supercomputer and use it for the right reasons. Love y'all.